Alright, so this is my first video. I started this YouTube channel to go along with my weight loss journey that I have going on over not only on Facebook but on Instagram. I'll go ahead and put those links down below when I get done with this video, so you'll see it. About a year ago, on my 44th birthday, I made a promise to myself and to my now ex-wife that I was going to get down to 250 pounds by the time, well, actually I started out at 225. But more realistically, I think I'm only probably going to want to get down to 250 pounds by the time I'm 50. Now, that was on my 44th birthday, so there was 2,193 days between then and my 50th birthday. So I started and stopped over the year trying to get everything done, you know, just trying to get something started. Things kind of went sideways for a while, but in the past 6 months, I have been through absolute hell. And sadly, it's of my own making, you know. But the good thing is that at the end of January and the beginning of February, my sister, who I will be eternally grateful for, helped me out with something. And so I decided, you know, hey, I went ahead and when she gave me a monetary gift, I decided, you know what, now's the time. And I got a scale that weighs people who are very large, like myself. And the top weight was 550 pounds. Now, I thought for the longest time, because at one point I was tipping the scales at 550 pounds exactly. So I got the scale, got it home, put the batteries in it, because of course it's digital. I got on the scale, and I looked down. Looked around, and I was like, that can't be right. So I stepped off of it, stepped back on. Gave me the same exact weight. I haven't been below 500 pounds in a very long time. And when it read 470 pounds, I came back in here where I'm sitting at now. I sat down and I cried. Why? Because it felt good that I was below what I thought I was. Now, the other thing is, the funny thing is that I was doing keto without realizing I was doing keto. Now, you're probably thinking, how do you know? Well, the thing is that I was putting my body in ketosis because I was only eating things like chicken and salad and other, you know, I wasn't drinking any pop. I actually haven't drank any kind of pop since December of 2017. So that's it. Good on me, you know. I was drinking lemonade at one point, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go straight water. I do drink a couple of cans of Bang per day, but I kind of space them out. Now, February 2nd, I weighed myself. I was 470 pounds. Again, good on me, because I'm not 550 pounds like I thought I was. The other thing is that on March 2nd, I weighed myself again. I had gone down 15 pounds. So I was like, right on. And I got a lot of really great support from not only my family, but a lot of really good friends. And on April 2nd, I had gotten down to 443, I believe. I'll have to look at my Facebook. And it floored me how well I was doing. And I decided, you know, a good friend of mine named Brandy said, hey, why don't we go ahead and I'll go ahead and put you in this Facebook group called No Finish Line Nation. So I put it in there, you know, I put my weight loss journey in there, and I can't even begin to explain the response. And these were just total strangers, with the exception of my friend Brandy. These were people that were supporting me, and I had no idea. I couldn't even begin to imagine how much support I got from these people. And now it just blew me away that people can be so supportive. Now, me personally, I am a cynic, and I am a horrible, horrible cynic. But that kind of restored my faith in humanity. So, flash forward to just this week. Sadly, I was let go from a job that I absolutely despised. I was making far less, far less than what I'm worth. It was a job that paid the bills, so now I have to kind of get going and everything. I don't want to rest on my laurels. Sure, this week has been a real downer, but you know what? I'm actually relieved that I don't work there anymore, to be honest. It was nothing but, you know, people who were not... When they say not everybody's your friend, that's exactly where that... This definitely kind of solidified that for me. So, yeah, I'm sure I said something that may be misconstrued. I'll go into that later. But, you know, let's kind of get away from that. Being heavy set from a very early age because of what happened between my mom and dad. I was 10 years old when my mom and dad separated. And that kind of took a toll, and I started using food as a what's the word? A coping mechanism. There we go. That's a good one. And it just kind of snowballed from there. And whenever I was upset, food. You know, I got caught sneaking food more than once. I remember stealing I don't want to say stealing, sneaking a brick of old government cheese. Now that, back in the 80s, was pretty badass. If you know what I'm talking about, you know exactly why I wanted to get that government cheese. So it got to the point where I was sneaking food. And it just... And that's all it became, you know, for like 2 or 3 years. But it was because, you know, everything that was going on with my mom and dad. Now, the other thing is that during that time, my mom was concentrating on my older brother and my sister and my younger brother. Everything that was going on, I kind of got lost in the shuffle. So it wasn't abuse physically, but it was abuse through neglect and through emotional abuse. My mother, sadly, for a very long time in her life, was very emotionally abusive. But, you know, I forgave her for that, and we became very, very good friends by the time she passed away. And the anniversary of her death is coming up real soon here on the 1st of May. So, you know, it's just one of those days that I don't like really functioning per se. It's just like I just want to reflect on the fact that the woman, regardless of anything that she put us through, she was very loving, and she taught us to care about others. But what she didn't do, which I had to learn as an adult, is I had to set boundaries, and I didn't do that. I was, one of the things that is my own very own downfall is for the people I care about, I kind of care a little too much. So one of the things that I want to do with this is show you, you know, you're not alone. Neither am I. I definitely got showed with all the support in No Finish Line Nation that I am not alone in this. I am not as alone as I thought I was, because there's a lot of stuff that, you know, like I said, I'm a cynic. And I hate, if there was one trait that I could get rid of, it would be being so cynical. It just happens. I hate being proven right. Sometimes I absolutely despise it. However, sometimes it's a good defensive mechanism. It keeps me sane. The other thing that I also, not only am I a cynic, I also have a wonderful gift, if that's what you want to call it. I have a wonderful gift called detachment, which means I can remove myself emotionally from a situation and it not have any ill effect. Sometimes I do get a little overzealous, but for the most part, I'm just like, it happens. That's why I have a coffee cup that says meh. And that's pretty much been my attitude. But when I got on that scale, to go back to that, it really, really opened my eyes, and it made me want to work even harder. And that's what I've been doing, is I've been working hard. When I told my bosses, Daisha and Michael, who are phenomenally just wonderful people to have worked for, Anson, another person who I totally jived with, man. We absolutely had a ball working together. And it just, when I say I'm the best at what I do, I'm not kidding. I had, but then, they told me during the month of February, you can either put up or shut up. And, well, that night I came home and I sat for a really long time. What do I need to do? What do I do? My brain kept telling me, you know exactly what you need to do. You need to show them why you are the best at what you do. And that's what I did for a month. And then everything kind of came crashing down through something, I will admit, just things happen. Yeah. You move on. I'm not fazed by it. I mean, it's going to be a little rough. Hopefully I'll be able to get an unemployment. I don't mind applying for help in any type of situation, like with food stamps. I don't care. Go ahead and make fun of me. I don't care. I live by the credo, or actually the acronym DILIGAF, which I'm probably going to get tattooed on my knuckles soon, right? I'm a big old mitts right there. It just is one of those things, is that I don't care what people think. And I never have. I never have, since I actually saw it on a bandana that said, F what people think. So right now I gotta wait. I don't want to get demonetized, but then again, I'm not monetized anyway. So this is my first video. So really, I really hope this helps people, and to know that I'm inspiring people like my sister, who wants to go on the keto diet, my brother, who I've been trying to get going on it. So hopefully in the next few months, I'll be able to get this done at least once a week, kind of giving you an update of what's going on in my life and everything else, and it actually is kind of cathartic for me to get this done. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Much love, people. Love you.